watching this on replay, then go ahead and skip ahead a couple or so minutes because I'm going to wait for everybody to get on. It's gloomy here today, but all good. Good morning. Happy Friday, Miss Marlowe. Good morning, good morning. Come in, everybody. We're going to get started in just a minute. Good morning, Jennifer. Good morning, good morning. It is a gloomy Friday here. It is nice and dark. You did Rabbit Rabbit? Yay! Good. I hope everybody else remembered Rabbit Rabbit. If not, maybe next month. That's awesome. I always send it to my gal pals in our group chat. I'm like, Rabbit Rabbit. And just about every month, they're like, dang it, I messed up. It is what it is. Good morning, good morning. So yeah, we're gonna get started in just a minute. So get your coffee, tea, water, whatever, and sit back. It's gonna be a good day. You remembered? Okay. Hey, listen, Glenn, what I was telling my friends is I think it's better if you happen to forget to say it the night before and you say it the morning of. I think it's better to do it that way. So not a huge deal, honestly. Saying it at night and in the morning is like just like kind of you're sandwiching that energy. But yeah, I think if you say it going into the day, the new month, then you're good. I put a letter on my pillow before I lay down. Yeah, that is smart. That is smart. So welcome in, everybody. This is your weekend Tarotscope. This is where we're going to look at what's coming up this weekend. We've had some interesting reads the past few weekends, I think. Honestly, the last several weeks has been really interesting because we keep getting the world. We didn't the last 2 weekends, but we got the Knight of Swords twice last weekend, which was really interesting. So we're going to find out what's coming up for us. And guess what, you guys? It is a 1-year anniversary for my book, Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. This is our 1-year anniversary. Can you believe it? It's already been a year. And hundreds of people have this in their home and they use it. And I just, yeah. 1-year anniversary. So yay, we're gonna use it in just a little bit and I will show you how to use the divination book. But thank you all. Thank you for the congratulations and everything. So I'm gonna scoot up and try not to run over my dog. He's at my feet because it's storming here. So he's a little nervous. But yeah, I mean, it's just, it's so fun to know that you've had a book out for a year and people are using it. You know, it's awesome. It's kind of surreal. So yeah. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to start off by boosting our energy, okay, our frequency. This is an angel frequency. It's a very high frequency, so it only lasts a few seconds. All you do while the tuning fork is singing, you just breathe and relax, okay? Because when you're listening to certain frequencies, your body is attuning itself to that frequency. This is why it's really important to be aware of what you're listening to, okay? And who you're sitting next to, all that good stuff, right? So listen to the tuning fork, just breathe, nice, deep, cleansing breaths. You can align your spine if you can, that would be great. But otherwise, just listen and relax for the few seconds, okay? If you're driving, obviously be smart and don't close your eyes and all that stuff, okay? So here we go. Well, let me do it again. It wasn't very loud. Just breathe. See? There you go. That's all you do, okay? All right, now we're going to get our fairy blessing for the weekend. This is the blessing of the overall energy of the weekend, okay? And then we're going to use the divination book to find out what the energy is of each day, okay? So here we go. Eric, that's funny. I know, I can't believe it's been a whole year too. So let's see. Okay, what is our blessing for this weekend? What is our blessing for this weekend? Can y'all hear the rain? It is pouring. Ooh, a blessing of Anam Cara, number 37. I love this card. Isn't that beautiful? Blessing of Anam Cara, number 37. I'm going to read this to you so you understand the full blessing, okay? Let me grab the book. Oops, went too far. Okay. The fairy gift, a soul friend who is a boon to your life. I love this one. This blessing is essential to all of us, for to be without an Anam Cara is, as the fairy goddess Bridget said, to be a body without a head. The Anam Cara is a blessing of a soul friend, a person who is loving and compassionately honest with us, to whom we can share the least of ourselves and be accepted and heard. The Anam Cara could be a friend, a lover, a mentor, a teacher, a therapist, and there is nearly always a spiritual dimension to the interactions. So, the fairies bless you now with the gift of the Anam Cara, the friend who will know your yearnings and gently guide you to their fruition, a friend who treats you well, but who does not accept the lies you tell yourself. Lay your burdens down with them, and they will show you a part of yourself you may have forgotten, so you can rise up again and be part of the world, your spirits flourishing in the richness of all that is about you. It is a friend who blesses you with their insight and gifts, from whom you can borrow strength when all of yours is at its lowest ebb. May you be blessed with this friend of the soul who will nurture your spirit, tend to your visions, hear you without judgment, advise you without criticism, and rejoice in your golden moments. May the fairy gift of the Anam Cara be yours, friend, and may your soul feel the balm of true companionship of the soul. So I think that's fantastic, because we all need these people in our lives. Okay, like I said, it can be a friend, it could be a lover, it could be a mentor, it can be anybody who feels like that soul connection and is willing to see your soul, is willing to support you, and to, maybe call you out on your BS. They call you out on your, call you out on their, you call them out on their BS, they call you out on your BS, that kind of thing. But it's all through love. It's all through like helping to support one another, right? These are very rare relationships, okay? So whenever you find this energy, then you hold on to it, right? So I love that we have that blessing. So look out this weekend for someone who you really feel that soul connection with, for someone who may give you some advice that may be hard to hear, but you needed to hear. Or maybe you're giving the advice that might be a little bit hard for them to hear, but they need to hear. And maybe they give you an idea or something like that, okay? So just be aware of your connections this weekend, okay? So now we're going to get into the divination book. Like I said, this is the 1-year anniversary of my book, Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. If you have not gotten yours yet, don't worry. It's on Amazon. So TikTok, it's linked in my bio. YouTube, it is linked down below in the description, okay? Or you can just literally go to Amazon and search up Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess, okay? This is a tarot divination book. Hang on, Dawn. What was that blessing? The blessing is the Anam Cara. It's the blessing of a soul friend. So anyway, this is a tarot divination book, okay? I wrote this book for you. It is not AI written. It is human written. I have taken every tarot card and did made a reading for you with the card direct and reverse. And they're all mixed up in this book, okay? And what you do is you turn intuitively to a page, and that's your reading for the day, or that's your reading for the situation, okay? So let me show you how to use it. You're gonna knock on it, and there's instructions inside, so don't worry, okay? I'm just gonna show you, I'm gonna demonstrate for you. Knock on it to cleanse the energy. You do this every time you want to get a reading from the book, okay? Because we don't want the old reading, we don't want the old energy, we want fresh new energy, just like we would do with the tarot deck, okay? So knock on it. Put your palms on the book because you have energy chakras through the palms. Take a nice deep breath. Let it out. And we're going to ask the book, what is our message for today, Friday? What is our message for today, Friday? We want to slow the energy down, but really connect. What is our message for today, Friday? And then you just intuitively turn to a page. Damn it. We got the Knight of Swords reversed again. You guys, we got it twice last weekend. Isn't that interesting? And I told you, they're all mixed up. There's over 300 pages in this book. This guy needs to go away. I'm just writing it down. Okay, so here's your reading for today. Today you drew the Knight of Swords reversed. Today you may find yourself feeling distracted, and that distraction can lead to aggression. It's definitely a day to practice the pause. When we act with aggression, it's usually because a boundary has been crossed or we feel out of control and become fearful. Then we wind up saying or doing things we regret later. If you feel frustrated today, recognize it, pause, and pull your goddess power back in. You've got this, okay? So there might be something that triggers you today, and it's telling you, hey, stop for a minute. Come into your power. Don't react. We respond. Right? Okay, so whatever's going on in the cosmos, maybe Jamie can tell us. I think we do have Mars and Leo, if I'm correct. And that is like a fiery combination, right? So practice the pause today. It's okay. And also take time to enjoy your day. Like, don't go too fast, right? The Knight of Swords is like fast. He's quick moving. He wants to go, okay? Because he's like, I see something, I want it, boom, okay? So slow down today so you don't misstep. Practice the pause and just really take time to enjoy the day. So like for me today, it is pouring rain outside. It makes me want to really slow down and get cozy and watch movies and all that stuff, right? So yeah, if you don't have something that triggers you, it might be just telling you to slow down and just breathe, okay? Yes, Mars is in Leo, okay. I already had to practice the pause this morning. Oh, I get it. But that's good, so now you know, right? Now you know, hey, that is the energy of today. I am gonna continue to do this because yeah, you needed that, good. Okay, all right, so what we're gonna do now, close the book, put our palms back on the book and ask it, what is our message for Saturday? Nice deep breath. What is our message for Saturday? What do we need to know about Saturday? We got the freaking world. What is going on? Oh, so for those of you that are new, we have pulled the world card for weeks on the weekends. Typically Saturdays. So it's very interesting, okay? I mean, it was, let's see, 1, 2, I had them all written down. 3, 4, 5, 6, at least like 6 weeks that we had pulled it very, like almost in a row. So now we're getting a repetitive Knight of Swords reversed and the World. Okay, here's your reading for, you got the World today? Interesting. Okay, so here's your reading for Saturday. Today you drew the World. You are leveling up. Whatever situation you have found yourself in, it has successfully come to an end. This journey was meant to help you grow and come into your own, to lead you towards a better understanding of yourself and the universe. Is it always easy? Nope. Life isn't easy, but you're here, and it's time to own this time in your life. Be proud of the progress you've made and learn from the experience. It's time to step into this new higher timeline, one where energy flows more abundantly for you. Great job, Goddess. So on Saturday, with the World card, you have the opportunity to wrap things up when it comes to a specific area of your life. It's a great day to make travel plans. It is a great day to travel. You can expect smooth sailing, okay, especially if you're flying. It's just a really good day overall for like getting things done, wrapping things up. And like I said, you're stepping into this new energy, this new timeline. So it could be you're making plans to travel. You're going to a new space, okay? Oh, good for you, Melanie. Saturn is about to move out of Pisces and into Aries the next month. Saturn rules the World card. Oh, nice. It could be that be the last test by Saturn before it moves on. There you go. Yeah, see? They all show up for a reason, okay? All right, so we got the World. Let's look at Sunday. Take a nice deep breath. What is our message for Sunday? What is our message for Sunday? Oh, my head's twitching. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles. Very nice energy on Sunday, okay? Here we go. Today you drew the King of Pentacles. If you want to treat yourself, today is the perfect day. Without overspending, you can indulge in all the pretty and finer things of life. It's all about stimulating your inner Venus energy. Have a spa day, get your hair done, take a long bubble bath, and eat good food. Anything that nurtures your femininity. This is also a great day to start a business, so stop holding back and hang that open sign already, okay? Because remember, these readings here are designed for the goddess energy, right? So when we're looking at the King of Pentacles, he's taking action on the things that bring him luxury, that luxury feeling, right? Because he's ruled by Venus. He's all about the finer things. So the King energy is action taking. The Queen energy is receptive, right? So we're kind of blending both of those in this reading. And it's like, hey, do the things that bring you that feeling of luxury, that feeling of you're pampering yourself, or that will bring you luxury in the future, right? Like owning a business, leveling up, doing something that is not wasting your money, right? We're not doing things to just like piss money away, but we are doing things that are investing in ourselves, investing in our future, in our business, all of that, okay? Because we want to, in the end, receive that that experience or the fruits of our labor. Okay, does that make sense? I'm just writing that down. So yeah, you can use this book for yourself just like I did. You can do readings for the week, you know, all at once and write them down like I showed you, or you can do them every day. The more you use your book, the more it's going to connect to your energy, just like you would a tarot deck, okay? You would be connecting more and more and more to your book, and it's going to really know and understand you on a deeper level, and it's going to be freaky accurate. Okay? So yeah, like I said, it's linked in my bio, and also on YouTube it's linked down below, or you can take a screenshot and search it up on Amazon. But yeah, happy 1-year anniversary to the Mystic Muses for the Modern Goddess. It's crazy. It goes by so fast. So fast. Okay. Let's get into some oracle and see what other messages we need to know. I was drawn to pull this deck out. I only pull it out every now and then, so let's see. Maybe the Knight is saying take care of something that's hard, and the World is saying stay strong. Yeah, could be. Thank you. All right, let's see. What is our message? Let me make sure I cleanse it because I don't remember if I knocked on it. Sometimes I get distracted by talking and everything. I have to make sure I cleanse the energy. All right, let's see. Let's see. What do we need to know this weekend? What is our message for this weekend? Ooh, we have earth, nurture. That makes a lot of sense because we pulled the King of Pentacles. That is an earth sign. That is an earth card, okay? And nurturing energy. So let's see what this wants to tell us. Let's see if I can find this right quick. It's a beautiful card. I'll hold it up for you again in just a second. Let's see. Earth supports and nurtures your plans like a gardener who tends to seeds. Earth is solid, firm, and provides the foundation needed for the results you desire. Fertile and stable, Earth is associated with the Divine Mother, birth, life, death, and rebirth. Gift yourself some time in nature. Allow the earth to restore you. Go barefoot, sink your feet in the mud, get your hands dirty, or start gardening. You may wish to take part in the shamanic rite of being buried in the earth with the correct supervision. Of course, don't bury yourself alive, please. How comfortable do you feel connecting with this element? Does it feel natural and nurturing? Familiarize yourself with this element and its traits. Dig within to find those qualities in yourself. Feel which aspects of Earth you lack or need to hone. Draw upon Earth's magical and mysterious gifts as you rest and recharge under her protection. Earth will nurture and restore in you all that is required for you to move forward. Okay? Mother Earth, Mother Gaia is always here to help us connect, to help us recharge, to bring us healing properties. Okay? Don't forget that. We forget all the time because we're too busy on our phones. We're too busy, doing other things. We're in the hustle and grind and survival mode, all of that. Don't forget that the earth is here to help us all. It is a living organism, right? It is a living being that has provided so much for us. Don't forget. And make sure you give her gratitude as well. Does that make sense? Let's see what else. All right. And that blessing of Anamkara, the blessing of the soul friend, it can also be your connection to Mother Gaia, right? You find that connection this weekend. You slow down. You connect with Earth and all of its wonder. So let's see. Oops. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? Whoa, okay. I feel like this is for somebody. I don't feel like this is for us because as soon as it flipped over, it felt aggressive, like somebody needs to hear this, okay? So if you want to, I'm going to read this to you. If you want to say it resonates with you, that's fine. If not, that's okay. You don't have to. It's number 17. It's called Ghostlands, okay? So I'm going to read this to you because it felt aggressive, like somebody's here that needs to read this or hear this. Now, this could be that you're here on this live now, or it could be that you're watching the replay on YouTube. Time is not linear. So if you're watching this and this resonates, then yeah, it aggressively flipped over for you. Okay, so this says, you can learn from the past and imagine a beautiful future, but you must live in the here and now. Whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing, whenever you set your sights too far ahead, you run the risk of losing your footing, for rarely do the present and future match up exactly on the enchanted map that is your life story. The future has no substance right now. It is a place that has no grounding as of yet. You can't live there, yet you can take measured steps toward a goal or dream. These steps are important now. The same goes for nostalgia. You can look into the past wistfully and remember beautiful moments or revisit lessons learned. However, you can't live there, nor can you go back and change what was. Yesterday is gone forever. Live fully in the present. The now is the most powerful place for you to put your attention. Its magic reaches out in every direction, further than the heart and soul can see. Okay? So if there is somebody here that is constantly, anxious about the future, depressed about the past, then it's telling you, hey, live in the now. Stop escaping to realities that don't exist. Okay? So we'll leave that. I think that applies to a lot of people, but I don't know. I just felt like somebody really needed to hear that. That's you? Okay. No, I don't think we got that Monday. That's for you? Okay. Hey, there you go. There you go. All right, let's see what else we need to know. Let's pull one more. What else do we need to know? Oh, we got flying. Number 20. You know what's funny is I have not pulled this card yet out of this deck. And then this week, this is the second time I've pulled this card. So it is number 20. Let's find out what we need to know. And if you're new to tarot, to oracle, to the spiritual journey, just know that with your oracle decks, it's great to read the messages out of the book because they give you wonderful messages, okay? You don't have to memorize all of your oracle cards. You do need to memorize your tarot, okay? Tarot is way more intricate. It's like a whole language. Oracle, it is what it is, okay? All right, here's your message. You have the power to see things from a higher perspective. If you were a bird flying high in the air, what would you see? When you soar above life's challenges and opportunities, a new perspective becomes available. Today, you have invisible wings that allow you to swiftly bring your circumstances into alignment with your highest purpose. This is a sign that your waiting is over, that all your hard work has paid off, and the things you hoped for are no longer beyond your scope. You have the ability to reach for the stars and find one with your name on it. Spread your wings and soar. The angels are waiting for you. Okay? So you remember how I always tell y'all, take your issues from here and back them up and bring them here? It's the same thing. Because when you're in the thick of something, it's like you can't see anything else, right? But when you back up, kind of like you're backing up away from the planet, you're backing up and things become more clear. Things become less dire. You're like, oh, okay, like I can totally handle this. It's just an experience. It's temporary, blah, 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 right? So it's telling you to take a higher perspective of your situation and you'll be able to make better decisions for yourself, okay? And I think that's part of the Knight of Swords in reverse. I mean, it's really speaking to all of the cards that we pulled this weekend. But the Knight of Swords, when he's reversed, again, he's kind of like, he's in fear mode. He's all over the place. His mind is not focused. He's just like, And so it's telling you like, hey, take this, back it up, and let's look at the problem. Let's put it on the table. That's what tarot does. It takes it out of here and it puts it on the table so you can take a look at it and then see that, hey, I can actually, get myself out of this, or I can make decisions that are going to be really beneficial for me and the situation, that kind of thing. And I like it because look at it looks like a labyrinth down here, right? And so this horse, this unicorn, this Pegasus, whatever you want to call it, is flying above the whole thing. That, like, I don't have to go through this maze. I can rise above it and get exactly where I want to go a lot faster, right? So whenever you allow yourself to back up and to see the situation from a higher standpoint, you're not having to go through this maze and navigate your way. You see it and you're like, oh, this is going to be the best way to navigate through this. I can, easily, boom. We're not bypassing things. We're seeing things for what they are. We're taking the higher intelligent approach and we're handling it for our highest good, okay? Because you cannot bypass shadow work. There's no hacks for any of that stuff, okay? So if you're trying to escape all that and just bypass it and get to the next level, it ain't gonna work, okay? And I'm not sorry for revealing that truth bomb. All right, what else do we need to know this weekend? What else do we need to know? Fully immersed. Isn't that funny? See, the cards know, you guys. Everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. Whoops, the other side. Stay in the flow. Surrender to the rhythm of life, remaining open to opportunities and lessons as they naturally unfold. So we were talking about being immersed in a situation, right? This is like your problem. We need to back it up so you can see it from that higher perspective and you can be more in the flow with the universe, because the universe can always see things from a higher perspective, right? They can see a lot more than we can. So when we go with the flow of the universe, when we say, okay, that was a block, or, you know, something was going on there. So the universe is taking me here. So I'm going to let it take me here and I'm going to see what happens. Right? And if you feel in your heart of hearts that something needs to happen, like we need to wrap things up, like on Saturday, the world card, something needs to come to an end, like you just feel like this is it, then you follow that. Okay? The more you resist it, the more you are going to suffer. Got it? Because you're going to grow, you're going to evolve, you're going to shift, you're going to change, you're going to go through all of this, all of these changes, all of these awakenings. And it's like, if you try to remain the same person that you were when you began, you're really going to struggle. Okay? Sorry, Dawn, it hid your heart. We don't ever want to hide those. That's okay, Amy. Okay, let's make sure I don't miss anything. All right. What else do we need to know? What are our other messages? What else do we need to know this weekend? And, you know, with this fully immersed card, you know, some people may feel like, you know, when they're in this water that they're drowning. But if you relax, right, you'll float. You won't drown. That's the first thing about swimming, you know. Don't panic. Go with the flow and you'll save and conserve energy, right? Don't panic or you will go under. So it's kind of the same thing with the universe. If you have a situation happening, don't panic, relax and breathe and go with the flow of the universe. Don't resist. Don't try to go against the current, because the current is trying to take you somewhere. Okay. But yeah, I just had that pop into my head. Oh, look, we have focus number 22. What is she focusing on? The butterfly, right? The transformation. Number 22 is a master number. It is the master builder. How do you build something? Well, through learning. You're building a solid foundation off of everything that you've learned in life. And you're realizing that some things that we were taught in the past were not it, right? Those were the wrong plans. So sometimes we have to, like, you know, tear things down. And we're focusing on who am I now? What is my foundation now? What are my core values and beliefs now? So that could be connected to the world card of like, I'm stepping into this new energy because I've learned so much. Let me see if I can grab that card and I'll show you without messing up, because I keep them separated in this deck for teaching purposes. So yeah, I don't want to mess that up. So here we have the world card, right? These are all the fixed signs here, okay? And they represent, let me show you the Wheel of Fortune. They're very similar energies here, okay? But you see here, they all have their books open. I'll show you YouTube and TikTok. See how they have their books open on this one? They're still learning. They're still applying lessons. It's applying universal law and things like that, right? Here, they have learned. They understand to be in the balance and the flow of the universe, understanding that yes, there is universal law, and the universal law is here to help us, to guide us, right? And we use these and like apply them to our everyday, apply them to our practices and all that. We step into this new energy, this new frequency, and we are able to manifest more, to go more with ease and flow. Okay, is that making sense? So when we are focusing on our transformation, we are focusing on the process of becoming, okay? Because the butterfly, as you know, or hopefully know, maybe you don't, but the butterfly has to completely dissolve itself. Like the caterpillar has to completely dissolve itself in order to become a butterfly. So we have to tear down all that stuff that we thought we were, our old self, and allow ourselves to be reborn as our true divine self of sorts, okay? And we don't have to like make things happen, right? The caterpillar just knows instinctively what to do. That's why I'm saying if you're feeling these intuitive hits, then, you know, like follow them. And sometimes they feel a bit radical. I mean, obviously, as long as you're not hurting yourself or anybody else, like don't go into psychosis, because that's where people lead you astray. But when you feel like you need to go in a certain direction, or you need to break off a relationship, or you need to switch jobs, something like that, right? That you know is going to be for your benefit, for your highest good, follow those intuitive hits. You know, if you feel like now is the time that I need to allow myself to be who I really am, the universe is like, yes, please, please do. Okay, because if you're constantly hiding yourself, then you will forever suffer, right? That's your own personal hell. So that's one of the lessons of life, is allowing ourselves to be our full divine selves. And it can be scary because people are mean. Not all, but you know, you understand what I'm saying. But then in the end, when you start having all these wonderful things happen in your life, they're like, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. I'm so inspired by you. It's like, yeah, but you didn't believe me and you didn't support me in the beginning. And you have to be okay with that. Nobody's going to support you 100% in your whole journey, because they have a journey of their own. Okay. So you have to be able to do it yourself. Oh, there's bulls on each card. Yeah. Representing Taurus. All right, what else do we need to know? What happened to the house I was seeing earlier this week? It wasn't the right one. Remember how I said we did we got the Four of Wands in reverse on Monday, and I was supposed to go see the house? Yeah, I already knew it wasn't going to be the right one. And it wasn't. It just wasn't a good fit. So we decided to stay put. The universe obviously wants us to stay here another year. So I begrudgingly said, fine. Oh. That's the thing, you know, when the universe is speaking, it will close certain doors, and you just kind of have to be like, okay, fine. Because there's a reason that you're meant to be in that space, or whatever, right? Or there's a reason you're not meant to be in certain spaces. So we have to understand that the universe can see a lot more than we can, and we just go along with it. And I will do it sometimes, kicking and screaming, but I still go along. What else do we need to know this weekend? So you know what I'm doing instead is I'm viewing that, because I like to have like fresh spaces and you know, new energy. You would say I have like a gypsy soul, because I've lived all over my state. And so since we have decided to stay here another year, I was like, okay, well then we're going to refresh things. I'm going to move things around. I'm going to get new decor, all that stuff, because I want it to feel different. So yeah, that's how you can handle a space like that. All right. What else do we need to know? I'm in a highly sought after area, and so there's like very little to choose from. So that's another reason why I was like, okay, I'm just going to stay here because I'm not going to fight people for the little bit that comes available. Oh, look at that. Victory. I like this card. This is an amazing card and very representative of the World card. The World card is success. It is victory. It is you have accomplished something. You have achieved something. Okay, I'm going to read this to you because it's great. Number 28. We have twos showing up quite a bit. Okay. This card shows a beautiful spirit holding a golden victory wreath in acknowledgement of your achievement. Success is on its way, and you have a sense of pride in what you've worked to accomplish. The achievement may be a great outer success, or it may be a deep inner change that you've been exerting a lot of effort toward. Enjoy this sense of accomplishment, but be careful not to rest upon your laurels. People expect outer triumph to bring great changes, but often there may still be inner work to do. Let yourself be open to victory on every level now. So that's a big message for life, okay? When you accomplish something, if you haven't, this is why I said earlier, you can't bypass shadow work because it's always going to kick you right in the butt, okay? Anybody that tells you life hacks, shadow work hacks, all that stuff, run from them because they are just trying to sell you something and it's BS, okay? So if you have not done the inner work and you have a great achievement, the inner self, the hurt self, the shadow self is always going to wind up destroying that achievement one way or the other, okay? So this is why we want to pay attention to that. We want to bring awareness to our shadow self and say, hey, look at us. In the past, we had this and this and this happen. I see you, but look how we've worked together. And I'm not going to repeat old patterns and destroy this victory. So like, for example, if you struggle with self-worth, you'll probably struggle with money, okay, in one way or the other. So let's say you get like a good payout, and if you still struggle with self-worth, then you're going to find ways to spend all that money and you're right back where you started. See, you can't bypass things, okay? Celebrate your victory, embrace it all, be in that new energy, acknowledge the shadow self, the one that, you know, had to go through the hard lessons and trauma, drama, whatever you want to call it. Acknowledge it and work with that shadow self to make new patterns, okay? Yeah, can't go over it, can't go under it, you got to go through it. Exactly, exactly. I think of that too. Going on a bear hunt. Goes great with Beltane. Yes, the 5/5 portal. Yeah. So lots of change, you guys. We're in May. Can you believe we're already in May? Holy guacamole. So May is the 5th month, okay? 5 is change. It is a pivotal moment in your life. It is unexpected. It is movement. It's all of that. So if you're wanting to make any changes, this month is great for that, okay? So yeah, experiencing this victory is going to be different for everybody, right? The victory card, the world card, it's all going to be different in your own respective journey, okay? So some of you, it's going to be outward victory. Some of you, it's going to be inward. Some, it's going to be both, okay? Celebrate it all. Allow yourself to experience it fully, okay? It's getting dark in here. Sorry, y'all, because here comes more rain. I don't know if you can hear it. I've come to the conclusion I cannot live in a place that has more rain than sunshine. I would be so lazy and depressed and probably about 300 pounds because all this makes me want to do is just snuggle up, watch movies, and eat some good food. Am I wrong? Like, I have to live somewhere where it's sunny. What else do we need to know? Look at there. Butterfly. I don't always read from this deck, but I felt drawn to pull this card. And remember, we were just talking about the butterfly. Okay? So it says transformation, expect changes, new beginnings, personal growth. And that goes perfectly with the World card, right? Because the World card, like when we're going from the Magician to the World, right? We're going through a whole metamorphosis of experiences in that journey, and we finally reach the World card, and that's where we transform into the butterfly, or we emerge as the butterfly. So very interesting. Send some rain to Miami. Oh man, we've gotten so much of it here. I'm like, okay, universe, we're good. We've got it. Like, I'm gonna start getting a life raft pretty soon. It's crazy. But in the summer, we'll be begging for rain. All right. What else? I'm afraid this summer is going to be hot. Like super hot. Ooh, you know what? I don't think I've had this deck for years, and I don't think I've ever pulled this card. It says personal choice. And this is the spirit animal deck, which is interesting. So let's see what it says. It says, close your eyes. What animal do you imagine? What strengths are they known for? What wisdom do they share? Embrace these qualities. I like that. So you decide which animal totem is for you this weekend. Whatever shows up in your mind first, or if you can't visualize, whatever shows up in your feelings or your thoughts first, go with it. That might be your personal animal totem for the weekend. I had dolphin come up into my mind. I love dolphins. I had a dream recently about a dolphin. Me and my kids were in the ocean, and I've always been one of those people, like, if I'm in the ocean, I better have a pack of dolphins come swim with me. You know? So in my dream, that happened, and one came up next to me and wanted me to pet it, and I got to pet it, and I was like, that is so freaking cool. So yeah, maybe that's why that came to mind for me. So yeah, you get to choose your own animal totem. What else? We've had so much rain in Martha's Vineyard. Feels like you're back in London. Yeah, same here. It's been raining like crazy. Dolphin love is amazing. I love dolphins. They're the best. They have so much fun, I think. They're definitely from another world. Okay, what else do we need to know this weekend? There's that courtship again. We pulled that last time, right? So there might be, I mean, hey, again, we have that blessing of the Anam Cara. So you might meet somebody this weekend that you feel like is on a soul level, okay? Also, if you are in a relationship this weekend, it would be a great time to go and have a date night. Not tonight, probably. I would do Saturday or Sunday would be best, but have a date night, okay? Also, if you have a project or something that you are working on, put your energy and effort into that, okay? Make the universe understand that this is important to you. Because if you're not giving that vibe, then it's not going to be important to the universe. Do you understand what I'm saying? They only go off of your energy and what you're putting out. So if you are putting in the energy and effort into something, then it's understood. Just like if you're dating somebody and they're putting energy and effort into you, you know that that person likes you. You know that you are important to them. Okay, same thing. kind of like maybe, some of y'all, if you are dating or just kind of casually seeing somebody, you might go to the next level, like maybe on Saturday. It could be that you meet somebody and you're like, find a freaking Lee, like, damn, it's been a long time. That kind of thing, like where you reach the end of your singlehood and now you're getting into your dating lifestyle or whatever. It's going to be different for everybody. This is a collective reading. But again, also, if you're not interested in that, or if you're already a married person, it would be great to go on date night and court each other. But also, if you're working on a project, make sure the universe knows how important it is to you by you putting your energy, effort, and love into the situation. Okay. Let's do one more, and then we'll do the Rebel deck. Oh, we got to do the money deck. 1 second. We haven't done that one yet. I knew I was forgetting something, and I accidentally hit the money deck. And it's the universe, my higher self going, hey, don't forget. Okay, let's find out what our money message is this weekend. See, that's the kind of things that you need to pay attention to. Those are your intuitive hits. Like I literally had an intuitive hit. I hit the deck. But pay attention to it. Okay, what is our money message for this weekend? What do we need to know this weekend? What is our money message this weekend? Ooh, it says easy does it. Let's read. There's 3 ways to resonate. Number 1, slow and steady wins the race. Remember, I told you today we have the Knight of Swords in reverse. It's telling you slow down, okay? Also, we have the King of Pentacles on Sunday. The King of Pentacles is Taurus energy. He is slow and steady, right? He knows exactly what he wants. He's not rushing to fit in. He's not doing all the little fast sales things, that kind of stuff, right? So slow and steady wins the race. Number 2, this is not a good time to rush. Pay attention to every detail. And number 3, careful not to get involved with any get-rich-quick schemes. Oh my God, please don't. Have y'all heard of how many of those MLM companies have just shut their doors and their reps are just standing there like, what just happened? Like, be very careful getting involved in that stuff, because that is not, as much as they try to say this is your business, it is not your business. You are a contractor. That's their business, okay? And they make all the decisions. They do not consult you. It is not your business. You are a contractor, okay? So anything that promises to get rich quick is going to be a scam, right? Or it's going to crumble, okay? Any successful business has done a steady climb. Okay, so you have to be patient. Like I said, slow and steady wins the race. Most businesses don't last past year 5 because they're trying to hurry up and make all the money, do all the things, and they don't realize that you're planting seeds the entire way. Okay, so you want to go nice and steady. We don't want to get rich quick. We don't want to put all our eggs in one basket. Okay. You can relate? You tried? Yeah. I mean, it would be nice to be able to, get rich quick, but we all learn the hard way that that is not the way to go. Okay, let's do this deck, and then we will do the Rebel deck. All right, all right. What do we need to know this weekend? Manifestation, look at that. Lots of energy, lots of power. You are manifesting every step of your life. What is it that you want to experience? Stop focusing on the things that you don't, okay? Remember how I said you need to let the universe know that something is important to you? Do that. This is important to me, so I'm going to focus on this. Don't put desperation, any of those negative energies. Oh, it has to work out like this, or I'm going to die if it doesn't work. Right? This is important to me. This is how I would like to spend my day, or this is how I would like my business to go, and whatever, whatever, whatever. And then you allow yourself to evolve with it. For example, when I started my business years ago, I was doing coaching, okay? God, it was a struggle because we didn't have TikTok back then, right? It was just like Facebook and barely Instagram. And it was a struggle to make progress, but it was important to me. And so I knew this was something I was supposed to be doing. Then I got into the more like the Reiki and all that other stuff. And then it started evolving, right? And I met people, I met my mentor, all that stuff. So you want to let yourself evolve with your business or with your career. And you're manifesting this life that you want, but we don't want to be rigid because remember, the universe can see more than we can see. Okay? You can relate in the past. Nice. I don't want to get rich quick, but do need this money flow to kick it up. Yeah. I understand that. All right, now we're going to do the Rebel deck. Let's get our feelings hurt for a minute. I'm kidding. It's a great deck. Okay. What is our message for this weekend? If you do get your feelings hurt easy, it's time to scroll away because this deck will call you out. It will hurt your feelings sometimes. Not all the time, but there's a better chance that it will than it won't. So, okay, what do we need to know this weekend? What is our message for this weekend? I knew this card was going to come up. It came up on Monday. This card comes up a lot. Stop obsessing. You are not the fucking center of the universe. Same card. Okay? This is telling you, like I was just saying, don't obsess over the outcome. Don't put all this negative energy into something, right? And it's telling you also, like, you need to focus on your own journey. Stop worrying about what other people are going to think, say, or do about you because, yeah, you're not the center of the universe. Also, you are not the exception to the rule, okay? You are not the exception to the rule. Good things can happen to you. You can have the life that you want. You can have the relationship that you want, right? You are not the center of the universe. And also, like, get off your booty and get some things done. Like, it doesn't just revolve around you, you know? Like, everything's not about you. It's really not. You have your own journey. You have your own path. You have your own feelings and whatnot. But you got to get up and get some stuff done. Show the universe what is important to you. Okay? So I hope this helps you. If you need anything else, TikTok, everything is linked in my bio. YouTube, everything is linked in the description. Yeah, I will be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. We're going to look at the week ahead. And if you want to learn tarot, everything is linked. If you want to get into the tribe, everything is linked. But yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to DM me, okay? Have a wonderful weekend. I will see you Monday morning. Mwah. Love you all. Bye.